Now, the other day we had a stick on the ice classic, Winter Olympic Imperialism, the first time I've ever been able to do that video on my channel, and it was a great time. However, with it being Winter Olympic Imperialism, a handful of countries were left out, and that's not right. So we're including all the countries today. And although we're looking at a map that seems like it could be used for NHL imperialism, that's not the case today. Instead, we have ourselves a 3-on-3 tournament, and we're going to figure out which country is the best at 3-on-3 hockey. So we're not using the imperialism rules, we're just using the imperialism map. That's neither here nor there. It's time for us to get into our first matchup. So we have attacking teams and we have defending teams. You can attack anyone you want, and it looks like Russia's going to start us off. Now we're just not going to spin an arrow and only allow Russia to attack teams near them. We're going to spin the defending team wheel, which is going to include every other country that's not named Russia, because obviously they're attacking. And it looks like Russia's going to be taking on Slovenia, so let's get into this matchup. But first, let's take a look at their rosters. Now with Russia not having a team in NHL 26, I had to go ahead and create one, and this is what we're looking at. Malkin, Kucherov, and Kaprizov on the top line. We have Artemi Panarin, Alexander Ovechkin, Demidov, Barbashev, Kirill Marchenko, Michkov. Like, this is a very good Russia team right here. Of course, they have amazing defensive core, and then when it comes to goaltending, Vasilevsky and Shesterkin are the top two guys. No surprises there. So Russia is definitely going to be one of the heavy favorites, but when it comes to 3-on-3 hockey, truthfully, anything can happen. Now, Slovenia, I can confidently say you guys are in a lot of trouble. You have Kopitar, and you have Kopitar, and you have Kopitar. So yeah, good luck with just Kopitar. We finally got ourselves some 3-on-3 action. Russia taking on Slovenia. I think this is going to be a really good game. Obviously, Team Russia is going to be favored, but at the end of the day, in 3-on-3 overtime, anything can happen, especially if Slovenia scores right here. Nah, that would have been a crazy way to start this video. I'm not going to lie, I kind of wish Slovenia scored there, because I just think it would have been hilarious that our first goal was scored 7 seconds in. But you know what? They still might score because they're putting on a lot of pressure, but now that Russia's got the puck, they're going to be looking to move. But maybe they're not going to be moving quite as much as I thought. Slovenia is keeping the puck in the offensive zone. They're putting on a lot of pressure right now, but it looks like Russia's finally moving, and they might have something. Kirill Kaprizov is turning on the Jets. He's got himself a breakaway, a chance to end this game, but the goalie for Slovenia is making a big time save. Now Slovenia might be onto something. If they can get the puck to Kopitar and spring him for a breakaway, well, they could be in an amazing spot, but it looks like Russia got off for a change. Kucherov's going to delay enough, and he's going to bury this one in the back of the net. For a moment there, if Slovenia intercepted the puck, they would have had numbers going the other way, but that's not going to be the case. Kucherov's going to bury the winner, and Slovenia is going to be our first team eliminated. So with that Russia victory, we have our first team eliminated. That's going to be Slovenia. Kopitar, unfortunately, weren't able to pick up a goal for your team, and because of that, you guys are going to be eliminated. Now, Slovenia definitely put on some pressure. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough, and they're going to be falling early. Denmark's going to be on the attack next, and they're looking to replicate Russia's success. So our first matchup's in the books, and we know Denmark's going to be attacking next, but who exactly are they going to be taking on? Well, it looks like they have Team Sweden. That's certainly not going to be an easy task for them. Now, Team Denmark, although you have a handful of NHL players on your team, such as Lars Eller, Ehlers, and Bjorkstrand, I think you guys are going to be in a little bit of trouble, because at the end of the day, Sweden's an elite team. They're one of the best countries when it comes to producing NHL players, so it's not going to be easy for you. However, if Freddie Anderson can stand on his head, then anything's possible. Because let's just look at this Sweden team. Pedersen, William Nylander, Jesper Bratt, Philip Forsberg, Mika Zibanejad, Lucas Raymond. Like, there's really no weaknesses when it comes to this Sweden team. And then when it comes to their defense, I think you can make the argument that it's one of the best. Rasmus Dahlin, Victor Hedman, Rasmus Anderson, Gustav Forsling. From top to bottom, this defense is incredible. And then in between the pipes, you have Philip Gustafsson, Jacob Markstrom backing him up. There's no weaknesses here whatsoever. They're definitely going to be putting a lot of pressure on Denmark. Now, because we have a few seconds before our matchup between Denmark and Sweden starts, if you haven't already, of course, make sure you subscribe to the channel. We're on the road to 100k subscribers, and every new sub is greatly appreciated. So make sure you hit the button down below right now. So Denmark and Sweden is definitely going to be a great matchup. However, I will point out the shots on goal. 42-13, but at the end of the day, one shot's going to make the difference. Whether it's scored from Denmark or Sweden, I guess it doesn't really matter. Freddie Anderson's going to be making a big save to start overtime. If Denmark wants to win, he's going to need to stand on his head. Now it looks like Sweden's going to have numbers going the other way. William Nylander along with one of his teammates, but Nylander's going to be taking the shot, and Freddie Anderson, he's going to make another big save. So it's another offensive zone draw for Sweden. They're looking to bury this one into the back of the net. They're going to win it. Rasmus Dahlin, a big time shot, but that one's going to be blocked, and now Denmark's just looking to move the other way. They're just trying to get this out of the defensive zone, and they're going to be able to do that. It looks like they actually have numbers going the other way. Bjorkstrand, a chance to end this one, but that's a big time save right there from Gustafsson. A huge upset just about happened. So Denmark's trying to put on some pressure in the offensive zone, but they just can't gain control of the puck, and it looks like Sweden's going to be going the other way. Victor Hedman, he's got to step on the defense. He's going to try to rip this one home, but of course, Freddie Anderson's going to be right there once again. Now, Denmark, you're in a lot of trouble right now. Sweden's putting on a lot of pressure. I don't know how you're going to be able to survive. A big slap shot from Rasmus Dahlin's going to end up in the back of the net. Freddie Anderson isn't going to make every save. It looks like that's finally going to be the shot that gets past him, and Sweden's going to be taking down Denmark. Now, Denmark, you put up a good fight against Sweden, but unfortunately, it's just not enough to take them down, so you're going to be our next country eliminated. Now, that was a great showing from Sweden. Denmark did what they could, but at the end of the day, it wasn't enough. Team Great Britain's going to be up next, and I know this country has one elite player for sure. Or at least I think they have one elite player. I might be completely wrong, and I might be completely yapping. Team USA is going to be taking on Team Great Britain. Yeah, that's going to be a tough one. But you know what? Team Great Britain might have the one dog I'm thinking about. Now, unfortunately, I have some bad news for Great Britain. You don't have the dog that I was thinking about. Now, who exactly was I thinking about? Nathan Walker. Now, you might be thinking, stick on the ice, you're stupid. He's Australian. And that is true. But he was born in the UK. He was born in Cardiff, so I was assuming he was going to be on Great Britain's team, but I guess that's not the case. So we're not going to be seeing Nathan Walker today. I mean, it makes sense because he probably would play for Australia, but he was born in the UK. So yeah, Great Britain, you're going to be without Nathan Walker. Good luck against Team USA. So here's Team USA's roster. Do we really have to go over this team? They're going to smoke Great Britain. Truthfully, it's going to be very difficult for us to get into an overtime game. I'm going to have to score a bunch of own goals with Team USA just to get us into overtime. But once we get into overtime, we'll be able to witness this matchup. All right, so we finally got into some 3-on-3 action. Yes, I scored a lot of own goals with Team USA, but that is neither here nor there. We finally have overtime. 3-on-3 OT between these two teams. Honestly, I thought Eichel was about to score there. I thought he was going to score 5 seconds into overtime. It would only make sense. But Great Britain's goaltender's making a huge save. He's keeping his team in the game. Now, in reality, does Great Britain really have a chance here? Maybe they do, because they have the puck in the offensive zone. And if they scored right there, that would have been the craziest thing to probably happen in a stick on the ice video. We've seen some crazy moments, but if Great Britain just eliminated Team USA, that would definitely be number one. Now, I think Great Britain had their one opportunity. Matthew Tkachuk is flying down the ice. He's looking to end this one, but Whistle is making the biggest save imaginable. He's keeping his country in the game. Now, Great Britain, I'm going to give you guys a lot of props because somehow you have a 2-on-1 going the other way. I have no clue how you had a 2-on-1 because you had one and now it's gone, but you're putting on some pressure in the offensive zone. Halbuck's going to be making the save there. Now, Great Britain, I need you to score because I just think it would be hilarious. Now, Great Britain is getting very risky right now. As you can see, they have a handful of tired players on the ice. They're just looking to get something towards the net, but they're not going to be able to do that. Instead, Matthew Tkachuk is going to be going the other way. Matthew or Brady, it's one of the two, but Austin Matthews is going to end this one. I have no clue if it was Matthew or Brady who assisted. At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. Austin Matthews is going to be picking up the winner, and just like that, Team Britain's going to be eliminated. After I scored all of those own goals against Team USA, Great Britain, the least you could have done for me is win the game, but I guess that's not the case. Now, the one thing you have to love about 3-on-3 hockey is it could really go either way. Great Britain, although you were definitely outmatched in that game, you put some pressure on Connor Halbuck. He had to make a couple saves, but at the end of the day, it's not going to be enough. Team USA is coming down on top, and our third country is going to be eliminated. Now, one thing that's certainly nice about 3-on-3 overtime is every game is going to be competitive regardless of who's playing. Like in a normal matchup, I don't think Kazakhstan would be able to win. However, in 3-on-3 overtime, anything can happen. Like if Kazakhstan were to play Canada, 99.9% of the time, they're losing that game. However, in 3-on-3 overtime, really anything's possible. All you need is one defensive lapse and the game is over. In this situation though, they're taking on Team Latvia. Latvia is definitely going to be the favorite in this matchup, but at the end of the day, Kazakhstan could pull off the upset. Now, when it comes to Kazakhstan, yeah, I'm going to keep it $150 with you. I don't know any of these players. None of these players mean anything to me. I don't know who any of them are. Like, no disrespect to any of these players. Clearly, they're decent enough hockey players. But yeah, I'm not too familiar with Kazakhstan's international team. Like, even when it comes to Latvia's team, like, I know who Teddy Bluger is. I know who Girgensons is. I know who Balsers is. Vilmanis, I know who you are. But outside of that, there's a lot of players here that I'm not really recognizing. A lot of guys I'm not too familiar with. But at the end of the day, they clearly have some NHL talents on the team, and that's going to be helping them a ton. Especially with Shilov in between the pipes. I think they should be able to beat Kazakhstan. Now, I just want to say, up until this point, Kazakhstan's goaltender is absolutely stood on his head. He just about allowed a goal there. Luckily, he didn't allow a goal. He just about allowed another one. Okay, Up until this point, bro was stopping absolutely everything. Now he's not stopping anything. Kazakhstan has a chance to end this game, but she loves making the save. But what's going on? Like, I just want to point out, you're probably thinking I had to score an own goal with Latvia in order for us to make it a 3-on-3 overtime. That is actually not the case. I had to score an own goal with Kazakhstan because up until this point, bro had a shutout. Then he almost allowed 2 goals. No, this is a bit ridiculous. But it looks like Latvia is moving the other way and they have numbers. A 3-on-1. You can only imagine they're going to capitalize here, but I guess not. Kazakhstan's goalie's making the big time save right now, but unfortunately it looks like his defenseman's turning it over, and that's going to cost them the game. Latvia is going to be taking this one as Gergensen's ripping one home. Now, Kazakhstan, you put up a bit of pressure against Latvia, but at the end of the day, you guys just weren't playing any defense, and your one defenseman sold for you. If he didn't turn that puck over, you probably would have been fine, but unfortunately, he did turn the puck over, and because of that, you're going to be eliminated. So Kazakhstan, you did what you could, but at the end of the day, you couldn't come out on top, so you guys are going to be eliminated. We're moving on over to Team Italy. When it comes to videos like this, you already know I'm cheering for Team Italy, regardless of who they're taking on. Like, I just want to see Team Italy pull off some incredible upset. An upset that makes absolutely no sense. Like, let's have them beat Team Finland. Like, in reality, it makes no sense, but I'm here for it. So let's just take a quick look at these champs over in Italy. These are the guys that are going to beat Team Finland. They're going to put it all together, and they're going to find a way to beat this team. Does this make any logical sense? Absolutely not. But Team Italy will come out on top. Now, I do want to remind you, Team Italy didn't have any NHL players. Here's Team Finland. So yeah, good luck with that. You are taking on a team that only has NHL players here. I have no clue how you're going to come out on top. So Team Italy, we're all cheering for you. We need to see you take down Team Finland. Team Finland, of course, is the heavy favorites here. Truthfully, if they score in the first 30 seconds, I'm not going to be overly surprised. Like, let's just keep it a $1.50. Finland's likely going to win this game. Unless they don't, then that means Italy won. Now, it looks like Team Italy is made to the 30-second mark. A big shot right there is going to be saved by UC Saros. Truthfully, for Italy, just get as many shots on target as possible, and then just hope that somebody makes a mistake. Now, I'm going to keep it a $1.50. Italy's doing way better than expected. I thought they would be eliminated by now, but somehow they're actually controlling the pace in this one. They probably had more opportunities than Finland. UC Saros, he's going to make another easy save. Italy's just waiting for him to make a mistake. Now, we're halfway into overtime, and we don't have our winner quite yet, but we might have just found our winner as Mikko Rantanen's picking up the hat trick. He's going to beat Italy's goaltender, and just like that, Finland's going to be taking down Italy. It's a heartbreaker for sure. Italy's fans were cheering in the streets during the game. Like, they really believed they were going to take down Finland, but at the end of the day, they weren't able to pick up that extra goal, and because of that, they're going to be eliminated. It was a great run from the boys, but sadly, it's come to an end. Now, so far, we haven't really seen any crazy upsets, but I really want to see a crazy upset, and truthfully, Team Japan beating anyone is probably a crazy upset. Now, truthfully, I don't care who Team Japan takes on. I just want to see them beat whoever they're taking on. It looks like they're taking on Team France. Let's see if you can upset Team France. So we have ourselves Team Japan. I don't know any of these players. Respectfully, I don't know any of these players. So yeah, there's our overview of Team Japan, because I don't know what to say about this team. I don't know anyone. Like, at least when it comes to Team France, we have Belmar, we have Texier, so I do know a couple players on this team. When it comes to Team Japan, I did not recognize a single player, and I think there's a reason I didn't recognize a single player, because none of their players are in the NHL, and I don't believe any of their players are in the AHL. I'm not even 100% sure if they have any ECHL players. I'm just not too familiar with Team Japan's game. So our 3-on-3 matchup is officially underway. Of course, France is going to be the favorite here, and Japan's taking a penalty. Nah, this team is selling early on. We are 17 seconds into overtime, and you guys have already picked up a penalty. Yeah, you guys don't stand a chance now. Like, bro, what exactly were you thinking? What was the thought process here? Nah, that's just a stupid penalty to take right there. So France is looking to end this one early. They don't want to waste too much time here. However, they are wasting quite a bit of time until that shot was rung off the post. Yeah, they're not wasting time anymore. I think the next shot's going to end up in the back of the net. So France now has their NHL players on the ice. Well, I guess Alex Texier is technically the only active NHL player. Belmar's a former NHL player, but you get the point. They're looking to end this one, and what a surprise. Alex Texier is going to be the guy picking up the winner. Now, Japan, I would like to say you put up a good fight, except you really didn't. During overtime, you guys did absolutely nothing. And if you're losing to France, truthfully, you didn't really stand a chance against half of our countries. Now, I also want to say, moving into this next matchup, I feel like attacking teams have been on a bit of a heater right now. And with Canada attacking next, I can only assume they're going to be winning. But a Canada victory definitely isn't guaranteed. Barring who they take on, this matchup could be a lot closer. And they're taking on Finland. don't sleep on Finland. They might be able to pull off an upset. Now, when it comes to Team Canada, I think we know what we're looking at. We have great player on great player on great player. No weaknesses on this team whatsoever. And then in between the pipes, who do we have as the starter? Of course, it's going to be Jordan Binnington, except it's not because he's not the highest overall. They're going to be rocking Darcy Kemper and Logan Thompson. Very disrespectful to my man Benner. Now, Team Canada, don't let me down here. We can't see you falling this early in the video. Granted, with Benner not in between the pipes, it is possible you guys lose because Benner is the heart and soul of Team Canada, except he really isn't, but I'm just trying to gas my king up. Connor McDavid over to Nathan McKinnon, a great opportunity. I think it was Nathan McKinnon. Honestly, it happened so fast, I didn't even see who shot. So Connor McDavid's looking to win the offensive zone draw, but he's not going to be able to. Finland's going to be winning it, and they're looking to break it out, but McDavid's putting on some good pressure. Nathan McKinnon had a chance to end this one, but UC Stars with a huge poke check. He's going to be keeping this one a tie game. Now, so far, Canada has controlled all the pace. Like, they have been looking incredible so far. So Finland, if you want to win this game, you got to get a shot on target because I don't even think you've taken a shot yet. Now, Canada and Finland have been going back and forth. Each team has had some amazing opportunities, but nobody has found the back of the net so far. Nico Mikola's picking up, but Luce Rain's now got it, and he has a breakaway, a chance to end this game, and Darcy Kemper, the huge save, he's keeping his team in the game. He is keeping Team Canada in this one. And not too long after that Kemper save, here goes Nick Suzuki. He's going to have an opportunity to end this one. There's a loose puck, and Suzuki's collecting his own rebound. He's going to bury it in the back of the net, and just like that, Finland's going down. But that all started with that Darcy Kemper save. If Kemper doesn't make that save, then Canada doesn't win this game. Now, Finland, I can't even hate on you guys. You put a lot of pressure on Team Canada, and you would have won that game if Darcy Kemper didn't make that huge save. Darcy Kemper single-handedly took down Finland because of that one save he made. If Kemper didn't make that save, we'd be having a completely different conversation. We would be talking about how Canada was just eliminated. That's not the case. Kemper made the save, and Canada went on to win it. So it looks like Latvia is ready to get into their second matchup. They've defended once, but now they're ready to attack, and it looks like they're going to have to go against Russia. That's going to be a tough one. All right, so things are going to look a little bit different for this matchup because we're playing on Russia's home ice, so it's technically not international ice, it's NHL ice, but it's the same difference. It's still 3-on-3 overtime. Nothing's changing. It's Russia versus Latvia. Let's get into this. Now, so far, Russia's been controlling all of the offense. They've had all the elite chances, and it looks like they're going to get another amazing chance here. With Demidov drawing that tripping penalty, it's a 4-on-3 power play for Russia. I can only imagine this is where they're going to score. So it's an offensive zone draw for Russia. They're looking to end this game right now. They would have had the full pressure meter maxed out, but Latvia is going to clear the puck, but that doesn't mean too much because Russia's moving back into the offensive zone. Ovi, a big time shot right there is going to be stopped. The full pressure meter is maxed out. It's time for Russia to end this one. It's poked away at the last second. I thought Panarin was about to pick up the winner, and he just had another great opportunity to do so, but Shilov is stopping everything. Now, I think we have to give Latvia a ton of credit, mainly Shilov, because how is this game not over? The power play is about to expire, and this game is still going on. They haven't found the back of the net until now. Sergachev scored on the power play. There was a couple seconds remaining. Russia's going to be taking down Team Latvia. Truthfully, this was the expected outcome. Truthfully, if Latvia didn't take a penalty, I think they could have beat Russia. All it would have taken is one shot, and with the way Shilov was playing, they should have had a ton of chances. But with Latvia being on the penalty kill for a majority of overtime, they always had themselves a disadvantage. Like, I just want to show you guys what Russia did during that overtime. 11 shots to 0. Shilov made 10 saves in overtime, 48 saves in the game. Latvia couldn't even take one shot. So yeah, if you don't take any shots, you're not going to win the game. Now, Shilov, you gave Latvia absolutely everything you had, but they couldn't give you any offense. They didn't take a single shot in overtime. You're not going to win if you don't take any shots. Now, we still haven't seen any crazy upsets, but you know what? I feel like we're about to see one. Team Korea is on the attack next. Now, I'm not too familiar when it comes to Team Korea and their hockey abilities, but all I know is they're probably not on the same level as Canada and the United States. So yeah, if they beat anyone, it's classified as an upset. Like, no disrespect whatsoever. But I can't name you a single Korean hockey player. That's just the way it is. They're taking on Team Sweden too. Honestly, if Team Korea can survive like a minute with Sweden, I think that's a win for them. So this is what Team Korea is looking like. You guys have to take on Team Sweden. We already know what Team Sweden's roster is comprised of. I have no clue how you guys are going to be able to beat Team Sweden. Truthfully, I don't even know if you're going to be able to make it up and down the ice against that team. Like, you guys are consisting of basically 50 and 60 overalls. They have 90 overalls. And I'm not just talking like 190 overall. They have multiple 90 overalls on the team. So good luck with that. Now Team Korea, I'm going to keep it a $1.50. I expect you guys to allow a goal in the first minute here. That's just how much I favor Sweden in this matchup, and they just about ended this game 9 seconds in. Alright, so Team Korea, you were doing a lot more than expected. Then you just turned it over. I tried to say something nice about you guys, and you turned it over. Luckily, your goaltender's making a big time save, so this game isn't over quite yet. And then he's making another big save right after that. Hold on now. Maybe I'm sleeping on them a bit too much. I think all it's going to take for Korea to win this game now is one fluky shot, because clearly their goaltender's stepping up big time. He made back-to-back huge saves there. If that continues, they might have a chance. So Korea, just get the puck on net. That's a good shot right there. Not the highest quality in the world, but you know what? If you put a shot on net, there's a chance it goes in. Jesper Bratt's bringing it in for Sweden. A big shot from William Nylander, but what a surprise. Sang's going to be making the huge save. So it's an offensive zone draw for Sweden. They're winning it back. A huge save from Sang. No, give this man a bit of support. He has faced like 5 elite opportunities and he's made all 5 saves. Now, I'm in disbelief right now. We are almost 2 minutes into overtime, and somehow this game isn't over. Phil Forsberg has the puck now. You know that man is looking to shoot. Give him the puck in the offensive zone, and you're going to be looking at your winner. Just get the puck to him. They finally did a big-time save from Sang, but he can't stop the ball. Kempe had an elite opportunity right there. A perfectly placed shot over his shoulder is going to be ending this one. But no, Korea, why couldn't you take more shots? Sang stopped everything possible, but it still wasn't enough. Now, although that outcome was expected, Korea, you put up a way bigger fight than I was expecting. Truthfully, I thought you guys were just going to completely fold over, but you guys didn't do that. Sang was making some big saves. You did get one shot on target in overtime, and truthfully, that's a lot more than I was expecting. So another attacking team is going to be following, so let's move on to our next matchup. Switzerland, are you going to be the next team to fall, or are you going to find a way to take down the defending team? Like, there's some amazing countries left on this wheel, and then there's some weaker ones. But with you guys taking on Czechia, truthfully, I could see this one going either way. Now, Switzerland definitely has some dogs to work with. Nico Hischier, Timo Meyer, we have Kevin Fiala as well, Pius Suter Kurashev, Nino Niederreiter. This team isn't a bunch of scrubs. They're definitely going to be putting some pressure on Czechia. Roman Josi, Siegenthaler, JJ Moser, and then in between the pipes, that's where you're going to be in a little bit of trouble. But you do have Ganoni, and even though he's only a 76 overall, if you know, you know, bro's going to step up. Meanwhile, when taking a look at Czechia, they have some stars as well. Marty Necas, Dave Pastrnak, and Pavel Zacher the top line. Palat, Tomas Hertl, and Kubalik on the second line. They got themselves a decent bottom 6 as well. When it comes to the defense, probably not quite as good as Switzerland because they don't have a superstar such as Roman Josi. So you know what? I think this is going to be a pretty fair matchup. In between the pipes though, they definitely have the advantage. Lucas Dawson is the starter, Vemelka is the backup. Both of these guys are a higher overall than Janoni, but you better not sleep on G because he's going to step up when it matters. Now both of these teams have some elite players on the ice, and I think both of them are going to be looking to end overtime early. They don't want to spend a bunch of time here. Now I'm not going to lie to you guys, out of all the games we have watched so far, this one has been the most boring. Palat is going to be ending this one. Czechia is going to be taking down Switzerland. But I'm actually happy this game is ending because nothing has happened in this game. They have been playing neutral zone hockey. One team gets an opportunity and then they turn it over. And then the other team goes coast to coast before they turn it over. And then the other team goes coast to coast the other way until they turn it over. That Palat shot was really the only high danger chance we saw. Everything outside that was just weak wrist shots from the point. There were no high danger chances. This ended up being a very boring matchup. Now Switzerland, I really don't know what to say about you guys. You're eliminated. I would like to say you put up a good fight, but you really didn't. In saying that, Czechia also didn't really put up a good fight. So yeah, I don't really know what to say. You guys were there, I guess. Yeah, there's not really too much more for me to say. That matchup just kind of happened. Team USA is going to be looking to be the next team to attack, and they're looking to end this losing streak for attacking teams. Because it's been a hot minute since we've actually seen an attacking team win a matchup. And you know what? I think they're going to be able to do that here. It's the US taking on Austria. So yeah, that seems like a pretty fair matchup. So Austria, you're going to have your hands full with Team USA. But Marco Rossi, you might be able to score that goal. And truthfully, you have to score that goal because outside of you, I can't imagine anyone else scoring on Team USA. You do have one NHL prospect on the team in David Reinbacher, but yeah, this team is just not it. Respectfully, of course. I mean, I shouldn't sleep on them that much. They have Marco Rossi. What are we talking about here? Stick on the ice legend Marco Rossi. I actually have no clue if he's a stick on the ice legend. I just kind of said that. So yeah, Marco Rossi, maybe you're a stick on the ice legend. I honestly couldn't tell you. Now, similar to the last time we saw the US USA in the game. Once again, it's a high scoring one. Austria scored 7 goals on 18 shots. I wonder how they did that. How is it possible they scored 7 goals on 18 shots? A lot of own goals. That's how. And it looks like US is trying to score a goal early. Jack Eichel, a beautiful pass over. Nah, that man was robbed. How on earth did you not bury that? I don't know who took that shot. Kyle Connor, you got robbed. Now, Kyle Connor's looking to get back. He wants to find the back of the net. He was robbed once before. He's not going to allow that to happen again. Nah, this man's actually just goated. There is no way. He is just making save after save. David Kickert should be in the NHL right now. That dude is standing on his head. Now, I don't know where Marco Rossi is, but you got to get this man on the ice. And Marco Rossi might have a breakaway. Ain't no way he ends this game, but he just doesn't have enough stamina left. And they're drawing a penalty. Okay, the USA might have just sold. The USA is going to be picking up a penalty. Austria is going to have a 4-on-3 power play for the next 2 minutes. Team USA might have just sold. So it's an offensive zone draw for Austria. They have a 4-on-3 power play to work with. Although Team USA does have higher overalls here, it's a 4-on-3 for Austria. They might be able to get something going. So Austria is moving into the zone. Lots of time still left on the power play, and they might be doing something, and they just did. Austria takes down Team USA. Our first major upset of the video. You lost to Marco Rossi and David Reinbacher in 3-on-3. I don't know who took that tripping penalty, but we need to find out now. Who took that stupid penalty in overtime? Because that penalty is going to be costing you. Jack Eichel's tripping penalty is going to be the difference. Austria is picking up a big time goal. Y'all just won that game. Austria really took down Team USA. There's no way that happened. The biggest upset we've seen so far, and possibly the biggest upset of the video. Now, what can I say? I'm speechless. Absolutely speechless. Team USA really just lost to Austria. Out of all teams, you lost to Austria, who has Marco Rossi and David Reinbacher. Nah, that's crazy. I do want to point out that is another attacking team loss. Another attacking team is following here. What's with all of our attacking teams losing? So France, unfortunately, I do believe you're going to be losing in this next game because you're the attacking team. And if you're the attacking team, well, you just don't stand a chance. So after that last matchup, we learned anything can happen here. France might be able to take down Sweden, although I doubt it's going to happen. It is possible because who would have taken Austria to beat Team USA? Absolutely nobody. Now, France is going to be heavily reliant on Alex Texier. If they want to win, then they need him to score the goal. Also, I just want to point out how bad of a turnover that was right in front of the net. Like, that could have ended the game right there. Now, Sweden's starting to put a lot of pressure on France, but it looks like they're moving the other way now, and they might have numbers. They do not have numbers. One of their players went for a change, and now Lucas Raymond is turning on the Jets, and he might have a step on the defense. Lucas Raymond, a chance to end this game. He's going to the backhand, and he also went 5-hole. A 5-hole backhanded shot's going to be ending this one. Sweden is going to be taking down yet another team. I believe they're 3-0 so far in overtime. This team's been seeing a lot of success. They're 2-0 or 3-0. I actually don't remember. But yeah, Sweden's looking pretty solid so far. All right, so I just want to point out France was the attacking team, and the attacking team has lost once again. When was the last time an attacking team won? I feel like it's been a very long time. Maybe I'm completely tweaking and it wasn't that long ago, but yeah, I feel like it's been a hot minute. Like, I am fully confident attacking teams have maybe only won like 2 or 3 matchups. I don't even think they've won 3 matchups. I feel like attacking teams have literally only won like 1 or 2 games. They are not seeing success in the slightest. So as we all saw, Poland's our next attacking team, and who are they going to have to go against? They're going against Team Hungary, so it is possible an attacking team does win here. So this is what Team Poland's looking like. Not familiar with a lot of these guys. I actually don't recognize any of these players. Call me a casual, but yeah, I don't know who any of these guys are. Now, I feel like I'm going to say the exact same thing about Team Hungary. Like, I feel like I'm not going to know any of these players. And right off the rip here, I don't know any of these players. I really don't know any of these guys right here. No disrespect to all of these kings, but yeah, I have no clue who any of these guys are. So yeah, may the best team win. I don't know what else to say. Now, I don't know who's facing more pressure, Team Hungary or Team Poland. Like, if Team Poland loses, they're just joining a list of about 8 million different teams who have lost as the attacking team. However, if Team Hungary loses, then they lose to the list of about 3 attacking teams that have won. So yeah, I don't really know which side you want to be on. So it looks like we have ourselves a breakaway, and potentially the game right here. Is Nielsen going to be able to find the back of the net? It looks like he is. And with that goal right there, Poland is losing. The attacking team is losing once again. No, that's crazy. Team Hungary is going to be taking down Team Poland. Poland's losing as the attacking team. And for our like 5th or 6th straight matchup, we're seeing the attacking team lose. How does this keep happening? No, the attacking teams are just complete buns right now, because how are all of you losing? All of these teams grayed out on the board. At some point, we're probably attacking teams. There's like an 80% chance if you attacked, you were eliminated. Like, honestly, it just doesn't make sense. Like, just to put everything into a little bit of context, we have 10 remaining teams. 8 of them still have to attack. So just based on those numbers alone, that tells you attacking teams are not winning in this video. They are only losing. Now, it looks like Hungary's ready to run the fade once again. They went from the defending team to the attacking team, but they're gonna have their hands full with Czechia. Now, Hungary, you gotta stand on business here. You can't lose to Czechia. You could have ended this game. Why did you pass that puck? Nah, this team's not taking it seriously. So David Pasternak's battling along the wall, and it looks like he's gonna get the puck free, and he's gonna have himself a breakaway. You already know he's scoring. He is 100% scoring here. Who could have seen this coming? Except for absolutely everyone. Hungary is losing the game. Nah, this team doesn't take anything seriously. Now, you know what? I'd like to take that comment back. Hungary, it's not you guys' fault. It's the fact that you were an attacking team. Attacking teams do not stand on business. I shouldn't be surprised you guys lost. You were an attacking team. We all knew it was going to happen. All right, so which attacking team is going to lose next? Because we know this team is going to lose. I'm sorry, Norway, but you don't stand a chance. Like, at this point, it has to be rigged. How do attacking teams only lose? Like, Ukraine could probably win this game, but if they do, it's a little bit questionable because they're the defending team. Something's off here. Hey, so this is Stick on the Ice editing the video. I just thought I had to redo the voice over here because I noticed something that didn't seem right. So apparently Lilleberg and Nygaard are just not on the international team. I have no clue why they aren't. They're clearly some of the best players from Norway. They're not on the international team. I'm just using the rosters NHL 26 created. They're missing Lilleberg and Nygaard. No clue why. Because respectfully, I can't see a universe in which you lose to this team in 3-on-3 overtime. Like, you're going to have Zuccarello on the ice. You shouldn't lose. In no universe should you lose this game right here, but I have a feeling you are somehow. So the streets are cheering for Norway here. Nothing against the Ukraine, but we just want to see an attacking team win. Like, can an attacking team actually do something? Ain't no way Ukraine scores right here. No, I would have lost my mind. Like, there's just no way attacking teams only lose. With all that being said, I just feel like Norway is going to sell. They're going to find a way to lose this game. Zuccarello's turning the puck over, and he just picked up a penalty. Ukraine has an opportunity to end this game. Now, what are we doing here? What exactly are we doing? Zuccarello, you are the lone NHL player on the ice. Come on now. Why are you taking a cross-checking penalty? So Norway's trying to build something in the offensive zone. You have an opportunity to shoot that puck. You shoot the puck, and that's exactly what Johansson's going to be doing. He's burying this one in the back of the net, and an attacking team has finally won. Ukraine's going to be falling. Norway is going to end this one on a short-handed goal. They didn't need Zuccarello. He was chilling in the box. He didn't even help those boys. If anything, he actually made them worse off, but it doesn't matter. Norway's winning this one, and an attacking team has finally won. No, the boys were just cycling the puck, and he had the perfect opportunity to rip this one home. He's going to get that past the goaltender's glove. I actually believe it deflected off his glove and in the back of the net, but at the end of the day, who cares? You picked up a big-time goal, and you're going to be staying alive for another game. Now, Ukraine, you put up a good fight, but you guys also lost on a short-handed goal. How do you even do that? On top of losing to a short-handed goal, the player that was in the penalty box was the lone NHL player. No, the odds of that happening are crazy. Austria, you're up next. Let's see if you can be the next attacking team to bring home a victory. However, it's definitely not going to be easy for you because I wouldn't say there's really any weak teams remaining. Sweden's already won a ton of games, but it looks like they're ready to win another one. Now, Austria, we're about to figure out whether or not you can do the impossible. You guys just got a breakaway. Marco Rossi end this game. The impossible just happened. We just saw back-to-back attacking team victories. We're like 12 seconds into this game. I didn't even have enough time to do the intro for this matchup, and the game is already over. How long was that? 11 seconds. It took us 11 seconds for us to find our winner. Austria has taken down Sweden. This is the second biggest upset we've seen so far. So I guess Austria is just here to complete the biggest upsets imaginable. If you didn't think them beating Team USA was enough, they have now beat Team Sweden. They said, nah, we're beating everyone. We don't care who you are. We will beat you. So I don't think the Austria craziness is going to end anytime soon. I think this team is just going to continue to keep on upsetting teams because why would they stop? Team Czechia is going to be on the attack next. They're looking to make it 3 straight attacking team victories. No, like real talk, I don't even know what to say anymore. Austria, are you just the greatest hockey country? Because I'm starting to think that if you can take down Team Canada, then Austria is #1 in the global rankings. Until we see that matchup though, we have Czechia versus Norway. Now Czechia, can you make this 3 straight attacking team victories? In theory, you guys are the favorite in this matchup, so I wouldn't be surprised if you win, and I wouldn't be surprised if you ended this game right now. You had a great opportunity, but you just couldn't find the back of the net. Now it looks like Dave Pastrnak might have an opportunity here. He's out of gas, but you know what? He's going to find Radko Gudas. Can he find the back of the net? It looks like it. Everyone is paying attention to David Pastrnak. They were saying David Pastrnak is going to take this shot right here. No one else on the ice is going to take that shot, but Dave Pastrnak tricked everybody. He sent it back to Radko Gudas. He's going to bury this one in the back of the net, and Czechia is going to make that 3 straight attacking team victories. What's with all the attacking team success all of a sudden? Out of absolutely nowhere, the attacking teams are dominating. Norway's going to fall, making it 3 straight attacking team victories. We're down to 6 teams, but only 1 team can be the last team standing. So we have ourselves 2 teams left that need to attack, Germany and Slovakia, and it looks like Germany is going to be on the attack next. So we're finally going to see Leon Draisaitl in a matchup. He's been chilling for a long time, but he's going to be in trouble because he has to go against Austria, and we know what they're about. Now, one team we haven't taken a look at so far in this video is Team Germany. They have made it into the final 6, and they haven't done anything yet. Leon Draisaitl, JJ Peterka, Tim Stützle, you guys have been doing your thing. By doing absolutely nothing, you guys are seeing a lot of success. Mo Seider's going to be man the defense, and then when it comes to the goaltending, you have Philip Grubauer in between the pipes. He's not in his prime anymore, but he is a 79 overall, and I think he can step up when you need him to. Now, one of 2 things is about to happen. We're about to see another attacking team victory, or Austria is pulling off another huge upset and they're winning this game. One of those 2 things are happening. So it's an offensive zone draw for Germany. They're looking to win this one back, but that's not going to be happening. Instead, I believe Marco Rossi is going to be winning the faceoff, and now he's looking to create something. Marco Rossi is looking to win his team another game. A big save by Grubauer. He's keeping Germany in this game, and now they're moving. And the guy with the puck is Leon Draisaitl. You know he's a threat to score goals, and he's looking to score a goal here. But Tim Stützle is going to turn it over. No, that's a tough look. But you know what? I think Tim Stützle's looking to make up for it. He's going to intercept the pass, and now he's moving with Draisaitl. Draisaitl a chance to end this one, but he's going to ring it off the post. Draisaitl was inches away from ending this game. No, that's a tough look for him. But you know what? The full pressure meter is still maxed out, so maybe Germany can end this one, and that's exactly what they're doing. Germany is going to be ending this one. Draisaitl was inches away moments ago, but this time they're going to bury this one in the back of the net, and Germany is going to be taking down Austria. Now that was just heartbreaking for Austria. They had pulled off so many upsets, like you just had to believe in that team, but unfortunately their time has come to an end. They're going to be eliminated. We're down to our final 5 countries, 4 of them having the primary color of red. I just want to point that out. What are the odds? Now, with Slovakia being the only team that has an attack, they're going to be on the attack next, and they're going to have their hands full as they're going to have to take on Team Canada. Now, Team Canada, you better watch out. Even though Slovakia doesn't have the super high overalls that you guys have, you know who they do have? Dalibor Dvorsky, and you don't have Dalibor Dvorsky, so you better watch out. That man is looking to put an end to Team Canada's reign. He is looking to take them down. Is that going to be possible? I don't know, considering you have a 74 overall in between the pipes, but you know what? Dalibor Dvorsky is going to do his best. So the winner of this game right here is going to be entering the final 4. Is it going to be Slovakia, or is it going to be Team Canada? We're going to find out in a matter of moments. Now, Dalibor Dvorsky's got the puck, and you already know he's ready to go to work. He might not be the highest overall on the ice, but he's going to play with a lot of heart. And you know what? Nathan MacKinnon might have a chance here. He's turning on the Jets. He has one defenseman to beat once he collects the puck, and he beat that defenseman. Can he bury this one? Yes, he can. Nathan MacKinnon on a backhanded shot is going to be ending this one. He turned on the Jets, and with 0 energy left, he's going to find the back of the net, and Canada's going to be taking down Slovakia. So with that Team Canada win right there, we're down to 4 teams. Canada, Germany, Czechia, and Russia. 4 elite teams remain, but only 1 can finish at the top. Now that every team is attacked at least once, it's time to put everyone back on the attacking wheel so we can spin it once again, and it looks like Czechia is going to start us off. Now at this point for Team Czechia, regardless of who they take on, they're going to be taking on a pretty solid team, and it looks like they're going to have to take on Team Germany. So one of these teams right here is going to be moving into the final 3. Is it going to be Germany? Is it going to be Czechia? Whoever scores the next goal is going to be moving on. Honestly, I think I'm going to put my money on Germany, because all you really have to do is give Leon Draisaitl the puck and let that man go to work. So it's an offensive zone draw for Germany. They're going to be losing that one, and it looks like Czechia is ready to move. They're sending it up to Dave Pastrnak. He might even have a step on the defense. He's teeing up a big time shot, but Germany's going to be making the save, and now JJ Peterka is moving the other way. He's looking to do what Dave Pastrnak couldn't, and that's end this game, but maybe Lucas Reichel's ending it. What a save. Lucas Dostal getting risky with it, and it seemed to work out, but Lucas Reichel still has the puck. JJ Peterka, chance to end it. He can't end this one. Why is Germany putting on all the pressure? Czechia has the star players, but I guess they can't do nothing against Germany right now. Dave Pastrnak, a shot towards the net's going to be deflected wide. So Fox is battling in the offensive zone. He is not allowing this puck to leave the zone, and what a save there by the German goaltender. Grubauer is standing on his head. Honestly, I forgot it was Grubauer, but that's neither here nor there. Grubauer is making big save after big save. He's keeping his boys in the game. Now, I think Tomas Hertl might have himself a breakaway. He's turning on the Jets, and it looks like that's exactly what he has. Tomas Hertl, a chance to end this game, but he's going to elect to pass. And truthfully, passing there was actually probably the best thing. So you know what? I can't hate on the man for giving it up. Now, one thing that's going to hurt both of these teams right now, there is a lot of tired players on the ice, except for Radko Gudas. He's looking to end this game, and is he going to be able to do so? It looks like it. Radko Gudas was the only guy on the ice who had a bit of energy, and because of that, he's going to find the back of the net. His second 3-on-3 goal of the video. Who would have expected a guy like Radko Gudas was going to be stepping up like this? So Radko Gudas is picking up another huge 3-on-3 goal, and because of that, Germany's going to be eliminated, so we're down to our final 3. So with us being down to our final 3, one team is going to be guaranteed the final. Canada's going to be attacking, so either Russia or Czechia is moving on to the final. Whichever team doesn't take on Canada is going to be the team moving on to the final, and it looks like that's going to be Team Czechia. We have Russia versus Canada. This is going to be a great matchup. Alright, so this might be the biggest matchup of the video so far. The winner is going to be moving on to the final. Is it going to be Team Canada or is it going to be Team Russia? We're about to find out. Now, Russia, you better be careful. You have a lot of tired skaters on the ice, and saying that, Connor McDavid's absolutely exhausted. Nathan McKinnon's absolutely exhausted. Get some fresh bodies on the ice. Zadorov's bringing the puck in. He's going to take this shot himself. I knew he wasn't passing. At no point did it look like he was going to be passing that puck. He was taking that himself. Nathan McKinnon is still on the ice. We are a minute 30 into overtime. Bro, get off for a change. So Ovi's skating in the neutral zone, trying to find an opening, and it looks like he found it. Sidney Crosby's going to be right there to intercept that pass, though. Sending out to Sam Reinhart, and now Team Canada is moving. Sam Reinhart's bringing the puck into the offensive zone. He's looking to send that over to Crosby, but there's not enough space, and you know what? That's perfectly fine, because Sidney Crosby with a perfect screen in front of the net's going to be enough. Sam Reinhart's going to bury the winner, and we have our final. Team Canada taking on Team Czechia. Russia's going to be eliminated, and it all comes down to one final matchup. One final goal is going to settle our winner. Is it going to be Team Canada or is it going to be Czechia? So we know which two teams are going to be entering the final. It's going to be Team Canada taking on Team Czechia. We do have to spin one wheel though, because we need to figure out who's going to be the home team. I mean, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. Now, the main reason I say it doesn't really matter is this is NHL 26. It's a video game. I don't think there's actually home ice advantage in a video game. Maybe I'm completely wrong, but yeah, I can't imagine this actually affecting anything. Canada's going to be the defending team, meaning Czechia is going to be attacking, so Canada's going to be at home. So our final has officially begun. Team Canada taking on Czechia. The next goal is going to decide our winner in the 3-on-3 World Tournament. Who's going to be walking away as the champs? Is it going to be Czechia or is it going to be Team Canada? Well, Team Canada just made a great defensive play, and now Connor McDavid's flying the other way. He wants to win this for his country. However, it's not going to be that easy. Now, Team Canada's been putting on a lot of pressure, especially with Connor McDavid. You would have had a breakaway. If you didn't pass that back, you would have had a breakaway, but for some reason you passed up on it, and now Marty Necas is flying. He's looking to end this game, and he might be able to do that. He's trying to dance around everybody, but he's not going to be able to get it through. Now, the most dangerous player is on the ice right now. Now, who exactly is that? Radko Gudas. He's going to tee one up from the point, and that was a big time shot right there. That was a huge save from Kemper. If that puck was able to get through, I wouldn't be overly surprised if Radko Gudas ended this game. He's been picking up all the big goals. So Radko Gudas has the puck on his stick once again. What is this man going to do with it? The fact that Radko Gudas has been a dominant offensive force in this video is very surprising, but we can't sleep on him any longer. He's making the big plays, and so is Cale Makar, sending it over to Brad Marchand. He might have the game on his stick, but he kind of stalled for a little bit there. You probably could have had a breakaway if you turned on the Jets, but for some reason you started stalling. I don't know why you did that. It is what it is. But Tomas Hertl, he's going to be the next guy to turn on the Jets. He's looking to dance through the defense, but it can't be that simple. But Colton Parenko turning it over. Now, what are you doing, bro? You can't be making risky passes like that. So Canada might have something here. Nick Suzuki, the game on your stick, and you're going to be able to end this one. An incredible pass from Sam Reinhart's going to find Nick Suzuki. He's going to find enough space to beat the Czechia goaltender. He has beaten Lucas Dostal. special, and because that, Canada is coming out on top as our 3-on-3 world champs. They were able to take down a handful of countries, but at the end of the day, when there was only one country remaining, that country was Team Canada. They beat a handful along the way, and they have proved that they're the best nation when it comes to 3-on-3 hockey. We saw a lot of countries in this video, and we saw ourselves a lot of upsets, but when push came to shove and you needed a goal in the big time game, Team Canada is going to lean on Nick Suzuki. He's going to find the back of the net, and Team Canada is going to walk out as the 3-on-3 world champions.